It's day what?
Day too long. One day too long.
I would expect you not to know the date.
I think it's day 7.
It is day 7.
And this is day 7 of our ride. And I personally learned what the real meaning of pain in the ass is today, because my butt cheeks hurt so bad on day 7. It's not day 2 or 3, but it's day 7, and I am hurting. So pretty. The mirage of the Chevron station. Look, and there's Red Rock. Do you see it?
Okay, here we are on day 8 with our little elixirs, and we're here to wrap up our
Cheers.
7-day experience on the new bikes. We had a little video before this of the 7th day ride, which led us to coming home after the 7th day ride and realizing we didn't make it 7 days without going to the hospital. Sandy came home, she was hurting real good. Let's go, we're going to the hospital.
Well, I just had a lot of swelling in my abdomen from what I thought was spraining my oblique muscle. Whenever I went to stop, instead of doing a stop, I had my seat up. I was really clumsy getting off. I twisted hard after going fast and trying to stop in front of a big boulder, and twisted and extended my twist to where I obviously felt it pull and rip a muscle in my abdomen. So,
but you kept riding.
I kept going. We kept going.
Kept going because you're just tough as nails.
Yep. Kept going.
Went to the hospital, and they told you after doing a CAT scan that when you racked your head that you were fine.
That I had a concussion, but that I looked fine now, and that I had multiple cracked ribs.
A closed fracture of multiple ribs on the right side. It was funny because it said multiple instead of just one.
Yeah, they didn't even count. They just, it's not worth
you're
counting.
missing the one between the man and the woman, so you get away with that. You get a free ride on the one missing.
So multiple cracks.
And then a hematoma of the muscle.
A tennis-sized hematoma in the muscle on my abdomen. So, and a lot of sprains and bruises and scabs.
How does that lead to experience, though?
Well, it just shows that even when you think you're experienced, you need to review a step-by-step, like how to change the gears, how to use the front brake, the right rear brake, and how to control your bike. And so for me, I've always been very athletic, like Tom. He's very good at whatever he does, whether it's golf, tennis, whatever it is. He does it at a intermediate to advanced level. And so this being another sport that we thought we could do together, he's my best friend. And I looked at it to where I wanted to do something other than sit in front of a machine and gamble or go eat. We're in Las Vegas, and we're up near Blue Diamond and Red Rock. It made sense that we get mountain bikes and to get.
So how would you have prepared yourself to have more experience?
I would have started slower. I would have started instead of at a advanced trail that was.
You went down that advanced trail on your own.
Yeah,
you have to admit it.
I did,
Right.
but it was fun.
It was fun
until I couldn't remember anything.
And guys, I'm telling you, these things are dangerous. When Sandy fell on that day 2 video, I don't know if you could hear it in my voice. You go back and look at it. I was freaked out. I walked up, she knocked the wind out of her. I knew there was going to be the way she landed with her head. Later on found out that you cracked your helmet.
In half.
It rushed right down the side. And then what really scared me the most is when she stood up and she said, where'd the bikes come from? And I'm just like, oh God. So I immediately looked at her pupils and knew from experience that nausea, vomiting and stuff like that goes along with a head trauma injury. But you buy these things, you're going to put yourself in a situation like this eventually.
Well, it was beyond my skill level. There is no question. So for me, I look at it, I would have gone slower. I would have started off learning more about the brakes on one of our rides
But then
on the
again,
first
don't make
day.
it seem like I made you jump out of a helicopter without a parachute.
No,
I didn't
no,
make
no.
you do that, okay?
And then day two, I would have learned about the gear changes, and I would have taken it more on a systematically learning level instead of going right into a hard
Core.
black diamond ride down with jumps and whoop-de-doos and all kinds of things where it required a higher skill level than I was.
We did learn that
A full face helmet.
it's just smart.
Yeah. And then it's light, and the one reason I like this one is it has lots of vents, lots of air, so it's not real. I don't feel confined, and I don't feel like I'm going to suffocate. So it was really good. And I got pads for my helmet, for my gloves. So I have knuckle pads, which really help because you can see I've got scabs and calluses and all kinds of things. From not wearing the gloves. So
and then,
these really helped on day 2. I got these. So I wish I had have had these on day 1. And then Tom ordered on Amazon just some, when I'm wearing a short t-shirt, you can put these on and it helps. And I don't know if you can see how dirty this one is from skidding on the gravel.
That was day 7.
Yeah, day 7. But
you know, the funny thing is, it didn't really scratch up.
No, it didn't tear it.
But that is not in place of elbow guards and in place of anything else. It's just for the sun.
But I would have been a little more prepared. Looking back from day 8 now, I would have been more prepared, and I could have probably avoided a lot of the bodily injuries that I've done. And even though I've had a ball, and it's been such a gas, I would definitely do it again. We've had a ball.
We've been places. That's one thing I will say about these mountain bikes. We're not the spring chickens here. And to go out on a mountain bike that didn't have a motor, stuff like that, we would have experienced 1/16 of what we've experienced in the 7 days.
No, to be able to look at the wildflowers and the rocks.
We've done nearly 70 miles on these things in 7 days. And you think about how tore up we would be. Day 3, we'd both be like, okay, we're done.
And so to get an e-assisted bike is a blessing. It was really a great thing. I just pushed myself harder, thought I was pro level and just novice. And so watching the video on TV about
the Red
World Class,
the Red Bull mountain
Red Bull
bike.
Classics.
Oh jeez,
where they're jumping 6
Let's go for a ride. Let's go for a ride. I'm like, hell no, girl.
I thought I could do that. I can do that. And
we're not going.
I couldn't do that. So while I was getting my CAT scan last night, I thought I'm just going to be smarter about this because I get to ride, like I said, with my best friend, and I get to be able to do something fun along with him. I just don't want to hold him back. And that was my own fault because I pushed myself farther than I should have on day 1 and 2.
I was being good.
You were great.
I was being good. I was great. Walking where we need to walk.
Yeah, you were telling me when to walk. You told me what to not go down, and all that meant was go down it.
So I gotta tell her next time, go ahead, go down it. She'll stop.
Yeah.
That's it, direct opposite, reverse psychology.
But we had fun. I mean, I can see us doing picnics on these in the evening, you know, just being able to really have some fun and making it a real fun sport. But I did realize how dangerous and how light I took it because I haven't been in the ER for, I don't know, 30 years for anything. I haven't had to go for anything. I've been fortunate. So do I want to take the body, the skill, the athleticism that we have and be dumb about it? And that's what I was really a lot this week. So
slow down.
I'm slowing down a little.
Take it easy.
Yeah, taking easier rides.
It's okay to walk the bike.
Yeah.
And you know, the funny thing is that when you ripped your muscle, it was at 1 mile an hour. It wasn't even, you were just going around.
No, I was slowing down and trying to get off in gravel.
Yeah, we were going around a fence, right?
Yeah.
It's the smallest thing that turns into the biggest, going down a hill and gaining speed and whatnot. But
enough of that. We had fun. We do it again. The only thing is I would buy my bike used by someone who was selling theirs after 7 days and a hospital visit, and I'd get it for half price. So that's what I would do different.
I tell you, these bikes are great. There's a lot of features on them. I mean, I wish they had told us more about the walk mode, about the Bluetooth mode. I love the fact that they have the automatic seats on it, where you hit the button and the seat comes up. which is just a huge, huge deal when you're riding.
It's a big factor
A
of being
huge
able to
factor.
step off the bike
Start back up,
and start back
lift
up.
the seat back up into
Yeah.
position. Everything about the bikes has been pretty much rock solid. If
Yeah.
Sandy hasn't killed it in 7 days, I we haven't had to do anything to it in 7 days, and there isn't.
I'd get life insurance, but I'm afraid if I got a life insurance policy,
I'd
he'd
take her
push
down.
me off.
Take her down the triple
He'd
downs.
push me off
We'd be
the
at Big
cliff.
Bear, do the expert trail.
Exactly.
That Big Bear.
So we've had a great time. But full face mask, padded gloves, sleeve protectors, several of the features on the bike that we probably don't even know enough to even explain to you yet. But they are so much fun, and especially if you can do it as a couple and be able to have fun together and laugh, why not? It's a great thing.
I'm not going back. I'm not so
No, I
on
would
after
never.
2 weeks. There's no way.
No, I would
All
not
right.
either.
You're not going to get hurt again. You swear, right?
Swear.
Okay.
Ouch. Ouch.